Welcome back to Rimworld. The response to this series has been pretty great, and I think that's partially down to the fact, and I don't think anyone will disagree with this if I say this, that the early game of Rimworld is the most fun, right? When you first landed on the planet, you're setting up your base, you're dealing with the early raids. I always find that's the most fun myself, personally, just setting up new bases, so I think we're all in agreement with that one, but thank you for the likes and the comments and whatnot on last episode. It's been pretty great. So the one thing I wanted to talk about very briefly, well, there's a couple of things I want to talk about very briefly before we dive into today's episode. First things first is that I've removed the Research Pal mod. To some extent, there was a good amount of discussion on Discord about, you know, sort of the pros and cons of it. I personally like it for its search function, the ability to queue up different types of research. However, they made a good point that when learning different mods, it's pretty good to have them obviously split into different tabs up here as well. But the issue with Research Pal is you very much have a sort of burden of choice, right? There's so much you can pick from. There's so much research. You know, you can queue up. I could click all the way over here, and it would do as much research as we can up to that stage with the Research Pal. This one we have to be a bit more meticulous, and we can see what tech leads to what tech a little bit easier as well. So just for learning things, I think it's a good point that's been made about just using the base game one, because it's a lot easier to see what things progress to the others. The only other thing that I think people brought up a lot, oh, you know what, the difficulty as well, but I'll talk about that in a second, was the inclusion of the Mad Skills mod. Now, I forgot to mention this during the episode, but I have balanced it quite significantly so that it's not... I would consider that a very, very overpowered mod, as I mentioned, but I have tweaked it quite significantly. So if we go over to the... let me see if I can find it here. Mad Skills mod. I'll basically describe the way this works. So in Rimworld, when you're above level 10, I think it is, or level 9, you start losing skill points depending on how long it's been since you last used that skill. So if you have a researcher who's got level 15 research, and then they rush off and do construction for ages, they'll slowly get worse and worse at research. I've installed this mod because I thought that it doesn't really make too much sense. As we found out, not last episode, but the episode before that, the final series of Season 1, we had the researcher constantly hitting level 16, because just from a regular day-to-day schedule, she wasn't getting enough research done to keep that level at its sort of expected value. If you've got a passion in it, it's not such a big deal, but with somebody like that, they were constantly hitting level 16 over and over and over again, because just through living their regular day-to-day life, doing recreation, occasionally going and treating people or whatever, she was dropping down those levels too fast. So the whole point of Mad Skills I've installed to basically prevent that, right? I've added a 70% decay, so in base game Rimworld it would be 100%. That's for your regular Rimworld decay, so I've only nerfed it very, very slightly, in that it's a 30% decrease there. I've also changed the daily XP limit as well. So, essentially, when you earn in base game Rimworld there 4,000 XP in a skill, anything over that, you only earn 20% of what you would have originally earned. I've set that to 50 because it doesn't really make too much sense. You know, if you've got a dedicated researcher always researching, they'd probably gain XP a little bit faster if that's their one passion in life or whatever. The other thing that Mad Skills comes with is the alternate great memory trait. So what this does is, instead of basically doing what Mad Skills does, instead of halving the memory decay, it gives a bonus by 25%. I thought that was too OP, so I have disabled that one just for reference there. But yeah, it is a minor addition that does make things very, very, very slightly easier. But again, I've nerfed it right into the ground, so hopefully it won't have too much of an impact on the difficulty. But I doubt it'll even be noticeable if I hadn't mentioned it. But that is just something worth pointing out there for full transparency. Speaking of which as well, the people have spoken. I said, let's go for Cassandra Savage, because that's the most balanced difficulty, bearing everything we've got in mind here. People said no, they want Randy back, so we're going to get Randy back. There we go, Randy Savage is once again in the spotlight. Now, I was kind of concerned about doing that, because like I said in the last episode, my concerns for that were that the AI storytellers obviously aren't balanced around combat extended. They aren't balanced around some of the alpha animals, or the other mods that we've got set up properly this time around, I'd like to add. So I didn't know whether Cassandra might be okay with it. I'm not sure about Randy, whether or not he would be able to give us a balanced, challenging experience. But, I mean, we can always just give it a go, huh? And we could always crank it up back to Merciless if we're really not that threatened. The only complaint I've got from playing with this mod pack so far is that the Seeds mod seems a little bit overzealous. Like, I feel like we're going to need an entirely separate, like, Svalbard seed vault just specifically for our various seeds that we've got lying around here. I think we're going to need, like, a whole separate structure for the goddamn things. Because this is, obviously, we've got a very small stockpile, so I can't really use this as a good test. But we haven't got the biggest stockpile, but it is almost, what, half filled there by just having crappy seeds lying around. What's Jilp up to right now? He's going to hunt an ostrich. I feel like we don't really need any more ostrich meat for the time being, so I think we're going to work on building. So I'll go ahead and quickly just cancel off those. We're only doing that so we could not be naked, and, you know, that one's been dealt with. So I think... how do we even start a farm? Actually, I have no idea, I'm going to be honest. So if we set down a growing zone and just sort of see what we can do with that, we can't grow anything because we don't have any seeds. Okay. I guess we just got to wait for traders or for merchants or tribal caravans or something to come by and actually sell us some seeds then. So it will be worth getting some things ready to sell them so that we can trade for the seeds, obviously. So what we're going to do then, using woodland tree, not allowed to do that, and then it's going to go wash in the river once again. We should really start building a house over by the river because this is an absolute massive time investment. So we're going to gather up some seeds there. I think we want to start mining. I think we want to start mining, working on a cooling system, working on a dedicated fridge, because this meat is not going to last forever. That's a lot of meat that would be a shame to waste as well. There's like, what, 9 meals in there? 10 meals? So let's go for... so we want to go over to the work tab, and I think basically make mining a much, much higher priority tier. Right now he's just hauling some seeds, which I'll let him. There we go. So I've been pretty meticulous about mining what we need. So what was it we directly needed? So that's 100 steel. Plus, we wanted another 80 on top, and it's about 35 steel per go there. We've also... Oh, man, I've got to bear in mind that he's a crap builder. 6.24 isn't too terrible. The only concern I've got with that is, obviously, he's going to botch construction a fair amount, which means we'll have to spend more time mining, as per usual. But he's got a fairly good 30 cooking area. Why? I mean, it was outdoors, so that's kind of fair, I guess. Oh, good. So now we've got food poisoning. Do we still have the crypto sleep? Okay, so we've lost our crypto sleep casket sickness. Another comment I saw as well that was sort of a little bit concerned for this series... I'm going to be randomizing the traits for future Jilps, just to add that nice little random element to it, see if we do, you know, roll lucky fairly in our character creation as well. So I'm not going to be playing the same character all the time. This was just sort of a good, generic starting character, decent learner, and strong constitution there. We've got background, yeah, we're very good at social. Now we needed somebody to actually turn up to try and recruit them. If we get like a drop pod or something, that would be really, really great. So I think we could pretty much get someone on board very, very quickly with the sort of setup of Jilp we've got this time around, Jilp 8. I hope it was Jilp 8. I keep saying the last one was Jilp 7, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Man, we just need to move closer, don't we? This is insane. What is that thing? Barb Stinger. Where I'm from, we call them Chazwazzers, or just scorpions generally. That's a big old scorpion though, huh? I've not really seen much of the alpha animals outside of just your generic sort of forest biome. So I guess because we're playing, you know, on a savannah now, we're going to be seeing a lot of different stuff, hopefully, anyway. We've also got these as well, man traps. Level of sunlight, oh, so it's some sort of, like, weird plant. It attacked an emu, and now it's dying, because it messed with the emus. You've learned nothing from Australia, huh? Right, get back to bed, Joe. This is ridiculous that it would take him that long to get back and forth between the river. Oh, you know what? I'm saying to go back to bed. No, it is the eclipse, isn't it? We've got a large chunk of limestone. Thanks, Randy. Oh, my God. It killed a sand squid. Missing body parts, 40%. But that's got to give a decent amount of food, right? Oh, it's quite far away. What are you? That's a baboon. Or, sorry, it's a Dinopithecus. But that is definitely 100% a baboon. We won't worry about going across the river yet, because it's way too much effort to get across these larger rivers, and especially with his food poisoning. Let's just keep mining, because at least that he doesn't have to work too much going back and forth and back and forth. So why don't we say, butcher, let's go butcher things only within, we'll give it a fairly sizable radius, but I don't, like I said, want him crossing the river back and forth. Hey, stop that, go back to, there we go, back to mining for a bit. Alright, so I can't wait to show you guys the combat extended mods as well that we've got enabled, because I don't know if my sort of description last episode really did it justice. But we've simplified that. That's quite nice. We've simplified that down massively so that it's not going to be so overwhelming, especially for someone like me who doesn't know a huge amount about gun types and ammo, but also for you guys at home, it should be a little bit more straightforward. Plus, I think it'll just allow the gameplay to run a bit smoother, because like I said, at a glance now, we can see if, you know, something is revolver bullets or shotgun bullets, rather than having to check the gauge of the shell versus the shotgun or something like that, or specifically say the gun type of ammo. It's a pretty decent mod. I think if I ever play with Combat Extended just in my sort of own time, I'll definitely have that. Although, Combat Extended, I will admit, is growing on me quite a lot. I do like the addition of, say, you know, specific EMP weapons, rather than just using, let's be honest, in Rimworld, oh god, that is a raw meat, shit. Maybe we should just cook a load of more meals. In fact, we would be cooking more meals if we had some wood. Jill, that's my fault. I apologize. Goodbye, emus. I mean, that was a free emu anyway, so I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. Okay, let's go and let him have a few more hours of sleep first, because I want to be careful of this whole scenario here. You know, we could also get some recreation down as well. That wouldn't hurt. He would have had some yesterday, but obviously the food poisoning means it's taking him longer to get from place to place. Let's go horseshoes bin. Just stick that outside. There we go. You're welcome, by the way. How's this food poisoning going? He's over it now. That's good. Alright, so what I'm going to say then, let's lower mining down a priority a little bit. Make sure plant cut is above that. Let's draft and undraft so we can cook some meals. You know, drink some water. Jilp, you drink water like 2 times a day, my guy. How much water do you need? Please, in the comment section, don't say, excuse me, streamer human. Look, I get it, okay? I was being facetious. Please don't leave the comment. Right, so let's get the campfire refueled, then hopefully, there we go. Let's not let it go to waste, because it's kind of a, excuse me. I was going to wash. He's going to wash his hands again. The hygiene mod, I like it when I mean, in practicality, it seems like a good idea, right? That you need water to survive, and they would have some sort of concern about their own hygiene. But also, it is kind of a pain in the ass when they're washing their hands 4 times a day for what is seemingly no reason whatsoever. What happened to the food then? He just, like, weirdly... What, did he, like, burn some? I swear he carried some over and then stopped cooking midway through. Anyway, we only need a little bit more wood. We might also want to go out of our way to try and finish his furniture. Oh, speaking of which, he's beat me to it. Thank you, Jilp. Much appreciated. There we go. Right, so even that's going to give a very tiny bonus to the actual room, and, of course, a very, very tiny bonus to the comfort of his actual bed there as well. So I'll take this. Anything to keep his mood up during this early game, because that's going to be the big killer. I think any raids that turn up aren't going to be particularly threatening for a start, but this is going to be the important thing, the micromanagement. Let's get that one done. And then let's get your hoopstone done. Right, you can't complain about not having anything to do now. You've got a hoopstone, my guy. Or a horseshoes. I always call it hoopstone because there's another mod that adds hoopstones. And it's just settled with me. And the horseshoes, I never generally build them in the base game. But there we go. I think this time it's sort of necessary, huh? So how much more do we need? You've put the steel in the electric stove. Good. I can't help but feel like the wind turbine might have been a better thing to prioritize. Not that I'm too bothered, because we need one to, you know, power the other anyway, so it doesn't matter in what order we do it in, to be honest, too much, but it does seem a little bit backwards there. It's going to set his table in the dark. Congratulations, Jilp. You're officially a complete lunatic. Good. And then we need some components as well, so is this going to be enough? If we get lucky, it might be enough, because like I said, on average, we'll get a yield of 35. If he doesn't botch the construction, this should be okay. 33 plus 32, I think we're going to have to actually mine out that last one as well, aren't we? You shit. Okay, that's fine. Campfire's burnt out again. Understandable. Have a great day. Campfire machine broken. Let's get some more compacted machinery, by which I mean some compacted machinery. So we need 2 components for that one, 2 components for that one. In theory, we should only need to mine these 2, and that should be it. Fingers crossed that's it, because... Okay, so we've got plenty of... Wow, there's so many resources on this map, huh? It looks really resource-rich. But I think that might be a bit misleading because there are obviously less mountains, so there's less just generic stone. And I think the amount of resources you get on the map is more or less the same on each one, so you actually have a fair start, short of going for like ice cap or whatever, right? Okay, so how are we looking in terms of our windy power? There we go. So we did need that final little one there. It's annoying for like 2 steel. Let's get this done. I want this wind turbine. Couldn't have come any sooner. Oh shit, we're gonna die. Oh shit, we're actually gonna die, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Cancel that. We need to work on the wind, like the cooler immediately. Like, fuck everything else. The cooler needs to be built right now, because he's going to die. Washing. Okay, hurry up, for the love of God. Minor break risk. Let me guess, too warm. But please don't botch. If he botches, we are dead. But I think if he doesn't botch, we could be okay. Right, so what I'm going to do then is preemptively set his work schedule longer, because we need to get this done. Otherwise, we are just straight up going to die of a heat stroke. In fact, he's probably on his way to dying of a heat stroke anyway. Already at initial. 16, 17, 18. That's the time limit, basically. 2 game over here. Incredible. What are you... Drinking water. Jilp, we've been over this. 1 water drink a day. Oh, God. Major break risk. Okay. Prioritize working on that. What do you mean washing again? You were just at the river. We're going to lose. Stop this nonsense. Hauling sand squid. Please, God, no. Okay, we need what is that? 1 more component? Oh god, we need 1 more block of components. That's unlucky. And again, if he botches, then we are screwed. We're doing okay. As long as we get this last one, we should be fine. Heat stroke minor. Oh my god. That number, the 32%, that's taken up to just basically game over, right? Oh shit. We're a third of the way to a game over already. I mean, let's be honest, when it hits 70%, he's just going to hit the deck anyway, and that's going to be the end of it. Why? Why are you like this? Using wooden latrine, then build these. I'm sorry, it's got to happen. Okay, go and get that. Please don't botch. If he botches, it's game over. Okay, no pressure. But if you botch, you die. Oh, the madman's actually done it. Okay. Whew. That was closer. That could have ended a lot worse. Hey, please come home. We miss you. Leave that fucking sand squid. What are you doing? It's rotten, you weird man. Ooh, I really need that rotten sand squid there to go to my base. Why don't you just go and sit in the house for a bit? I feel like he's just going to die. He's got no self-preservation instincts whatsoever. It's 8 o'clock. You didn't get any sleep either. I'm just going to let him do anything for a day. Let's just let him do absolutely anything. I mean, I know I did force him to get this online, but hopefully you can understand why. What do you mean power use low? Oh, because the wind turbine's not blocked by Drago tree. You son of a bitch. It's 46. You've got to cut down the tree. I'm sorry, Jilp. Okay. We're fine. 20, 25, 24. Oh, thank God. Holy shit, I thought we were going to lose yet another campaign to the heat stroke. It's going down. Man, that was already close. Episode 1, we almost died to a heat stroke. I think we got it to 50% there. Well, there we go. That's that problem solved, which I think is quite nice. It's not exactly a refrigerator by any stretch of the imagination, but it is something. Okay. Now, what were we playing? We are playing on Savannah, aren't we? I just want to double check what the average temperature of this point that we went for. So, 19.7 degrees is actually fairly temperate for a Savannah. 5 degrees to 34 degrees is quite a nice little mid-ground there. Got a decent amount of rainfall as well. 80% of agave fruit is pretty good. Actually, this was a lot nicer than I was giving it credit for. Obviously, we've got no real natural defenses besides, well, I say that, but we've got the ocean on one side and, you know, a huge river. This is quite well defended, to be honest. And like I said, if we sort of move up into this area here, I don't think raids are going to be that much of a worry. Okay, get yourself some sleep. Just have a nice day of recreation. Take the day off. It is Sunday, the Lord's Day, and, you know, although we don't have quite the golden toilet yet, you can sit around and imagine it in your mind, and that will hopefully cheer you up. Wind turbines really putting in the effort. Now, what we could do with is, let's go to production tab a second. Let's put down an electric stove. I don't think we have enough power for 2 of these, especially as the wind turbine was struggling to power just the cooler at its lower levels, but we can at least start work on that. Right, it's going to go washing, and then he's recreation starved. You've got a whole hoopstone, my guy. Have I got to just say recreation now, otherwise he's just not going to do it. Yeah. Recreate. The Lord said on the 8th day, let him recreate. There you go, you're fine, nothing to worry about. Look at how happy he is right now. A little bit of horseshoes, a little bit of sitting at his table, and he is back up in high spirits. He actually is. Okay, good. Right, so now we can put him back on a regular schedule. I was happy to sacrifice a day there just to make sure that our guy wasn't going to completely freak out. So we've got 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. Then we'll give him maybe like 1 of anything on either side, and we'll bookmark it with a couple of hours of recreation as well. Let's do something like that. So that's going to give him 6 through terps. So it's giving him 12 hours of work a day. Even that might be quite a lot. So we'll see how he goes. I'll test that for a day and sort of see what his mood is like. Got to bear in mind that we've got like extremely low expectations. We've got luxuriantly comfortable. Really. Good wooden bed. Normal. Oh, to be fair, yeah, that's not too bad, huh? And he's probably got a decent opinion of his bedroom. I mean, there is vomit everywhere. Unsightly environment, awful bedroom. I slept in an awful room. Is it really that bad? Oh, we've also got uncovered walls as well that I've got to bear in mind. Stone cutting I would like to get done. I think it's time we move our base over, because this is nuts. In fact, you should probably start with that, because we're going to build the stove anyway soon, right? So we need a little bit more steel. We're going to need 2 more chunks of steel, ideally, and then we need some more components. What do we need? 2? Let's head up here. Hopefully 1 mine of that should be enough to sort of solve our problems. I want to get the stove done, just so that we're not cooking in a dirty area, and then we'll also set, you know what, it's not a bad idea as well. Let's go area 1. This is going to be our cleaning zone. Luckily, it's not going to be too large, so then we go over to clean area 1. Alright, and I'm actually going to make that slightly higher priority, because the last thing we want is any more food poisoning. Okay, so let's just check his work tab then while he's doing that. So hauling is quite low. I'm going to set that down to tier 3. Deconstruct, repair, that's fine. Mining is at tier 2, which is understandable, really. It's going to clean up his home area, which I'm absolutely happy for him to do. He's at 80. Yeah, so he just needs the component, which he's getting now. This is fine. It's working pretty well. I like to think that I haven't completely fucked up the micromanagement this time around, or at least not entirely yet. They're saying that we're only running 1 colonist, so not too bad. All right. And that should be everything we need. Oh, sorry, he's got to go wash again for the 4th time today. It's a wild cactipine. So these were the things we saw very briefly. Oh, no, a solar flare. These were the things we saw very briefly at the end of the last series from the drop pods. So we can tame those, and they produce medicine. They produce medicinal quills. Can we tame them? No, 16 animals, but Jilp has 0. Jilp has 0. Okay, no, so there's not a chance in hell. You are never going to be able to tame any animal. How do you even train animals if you've got 0 to start off with? Maybe there are certain animals that just have a 0 in taming or no minimum requirement. Okay. Yeah, this has pushed the power grid immediately over its limit. Wait, or it's just not at all? Where are my power well, they're both connected. Yeah, it's just really pushed that over, huh? Oh my god, and now... No, we need to turn that off, because now the heat stroke is going to kill us again. Okay, drinking water. After you're done with that, let's flick this thing off for now. Demonetized. Let's turn off the stove, is what I meant to say. And then we should... Okay, never mind. The heat wave's over. You know what? I take that back. You can turn it back on. No, but for now, we'll queue things up. So why don't we go cook 4 simple meals. Let's do until X. We'll do until 12. That's going to give him, if he eats 3 meals a day, that's fine. If he eats 4 meals a day or 2 meals a day, that works fine. The maths adds up. Unpause at... I think they eat 3 meals a day, don't they? I will never remember this. It might be 2. We'll unpause at 3, just to be sure. And then might as well just drop them on the goddamn floor, huh? Because we can't do anything else with them right now. I think working on a dedicated freezer next would be good, but I don't want to make this into a opponent base. As I said, everything we've built so far, we can reinstall besides the wind turbine, and that's just really par for the course. That was for survival. We didn't have a choice on that one, unfortunately. So maybe now it's time to be doing a little bit of stone cutting over in this area. So what blocks do we have a lot of in our sort of immediate vicinity? Fair amount of slate. Actually, like an absurd amount of slate. And what have we got? We've got a fair amount of sandstone as well, understandably. Why are all the animals dying? Oh my god, is it heat stroke? Infection extreme? Oh, they've been fighting one another. So the stinger and the sloth fought one another. Okay, that's kind of a cool little story, huh? Okay, so let's build it out of... I think slate is slightly more hardy than sandstone, isn't it? Or at least I'd assume so. Hit points 300 out of 300. I don't think it's going to make any difference because chunks are chunks, my guy. Right, let's see if we can... No, sandstone wall has how much HP? 490 seems quite low. Isn't a granite wall... well, wait, let's see if there's any slate on the... There we go. Oh, there's steel. Is there any slate just lying around? So I can sort of get a good idea for... Steel wall. That's going to be slate, right? There we go. Okay. Slate has 455. So the sandstone is stronger. Wow, crazy. Okay, we'll build everything out of sandstone then for those extra 15, 25, whatever it was, hit points. Sure. Plus, we already have a way we can plan things out because we've already got some sandstone there. All right. So we want to build ideally... I mean, what? Like here? And what counts as the river? That's what I need to know. So I think the only way to really tell that is go to the hygiene mod, go for the sewage outlet. No. Did it not show... I'm going insane? Did it not show the movement of the water? Maybe it was a well. Oh, it just doesn't matter anymore. Okay. Well, that's where we can get drinkable water from. So, this apparently counts. This area... Oh, is that the end of the river? So this all counts as a river over here, huh? So we could build in this area, and then he could just run down here to get his fresh water. Ideally, we want to be as close as possible, so I'm just going to build around here. Plus, we're also close to the geothermal vent then. All right. Time for a house then, Jilp. No more messing around. So we need a fairly sizable bedroom-bathroom combination. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, though. 8x8 is fine. Then you need a kind of mediocre-sized bathroom. So we'll do something like 5x5 if it's enough. Bear in mind, we're going to have a boiler, we might even want a pumping system, but we could do that out the back of the house. Cool. And then we want the sort of kitchen area, which I'm kind of happy to put around here, seeing as we're going to need plumbing for the kitchen as well, kitchen sink and all that stuff. Let's drop that there. That's a little bit small for a kitchen, huh? We could drop it there. The issue is I wanted access to the to the river from the side of the base, just in case we need to get behind there for whatever reason. So we will also mine these out, okay? And then we'll put the sort of living area here. I think that's a fair size. Entrance can be there. Good. And that way, you know, gives them access to geothermal vent. We could set up a farm area in here because there's obviously plenty of soil. We've got the river immediately next to us. I think that's okay. Right, so now we've only got the long job of getting about a lot. That's a huge amount. What is that, like 300 and something, 370 something bricks? Okay, that's fine, nothing to worry about. So let's stick down a very quick, not sculptor's table, that's completely wrong. Let's put down a stonecutters table, actually put it down indoors, because I guess it'll be a decent temperature in here, if it will fit. It will fit, just. Okay, bad temperature, because we've still not got enough power. You wind turbine, you're killing me. Please. Like, you're actually going to kill my poor man Jill. What's he doing? He's just standing around like a creepy boy. Okay, brand start. Let's not get too much into that, because if we get any raids that turn up, I don't particularly just want you sitting there. You look very beautiful on the night. Everybody died. There's a medieval doctor named Kale. Excellent. Kale is from the Utopia of Man. If you rescue him, he may join freely. Otherwise, he will return home and spread the goodwill between your factions. I mean, either way, he's worth saving. He is a doctor as well. Let's go and jump to location. Kale, my friend, how are you doing? He's got an alcohol addiction. An alcoholic doctor. He's pretty good. He's actually pretty decent. Melee of 10 is obviously quite nice. He's incapable of dumb labor firefighting. That's okay. He's a pyromaniac, cannibal, jealous, bisexual. That's a hell of a life you led, my friend. Child star turned medieval doctor. He's got a lot going on for him. Sure. Welcome aboard, I guess. Let's go for... I mean, even if he leaves, it's not a big deal, huh? Let's go furniture. Let's put down a sleeping spot there. And then... Can we send that medical? Not have to worry about it. All right. We might actually want to give him our bed and sleep on the floor, just so that he heals up a little bit better, but, you know, it's just a guy at the end of the day. Okay, let's stabilize... Not carrying any medicine. Oh, shit, we actually have no medicine, obviously. Okay, have we got any grown heal root on the way over? Yes, we do. We've got a couple there. Okay, harvest those, just so that we can... We might as well heal him up on the floor, to be honest with you, and then carry him back to base later on. So let's build a copy of that, essentially immediately next to him. Turn that into medical, so we're not carrying him home. We'll just treat him there and then, because the stabilization is going to wear off. We're not going to have any medicine, so I think this is probably a better call. What have we got? We've got heal root there, heal root. Okay, that's something we need to do for later, is definitely prioritize grabbing a whole bunch of different heal roots to be able to, you know, obviously save Jilp's life should it arise. Ooh, we got heal root seeds. Does that look like heal root to you? Not sure about that one, Chief. Wait, raw heal root? No. Okay, then. We've got some more difficulty changes that I didn't realize. Oh, wild way to throw me a curveball then. Rescue him. Put him in that immediate medical bed. Can we then start working on him? I mean, we can't stabilize him, so we're just going to have to give him doctor's care. Just drop him there. There we go, nice. And then he's going to start working on him immediately. Okay, cool. We might just be able to keep this guy alive. Now, our medical skill is 5.6, so don't get your hopes up. I think he might be done for. You could just leave him out in the rain, or you could actually carry him home. Whatever. You know, whichever floats your boat, honestly, Jilp. Right, let's get him back. Okay, plant processing table. Right, so I mentioned that before. So that's added by, I believe, the seed mod. Because we haven't seen any of those, and I can't think of any other mod that would add anything similar. Like I thought before, this was for making seeds out of crops. So if you've got spare potatoes, you turn them back into seeds, and you don't have to worry about it or anything like that. You're right. What's wrong with you now? Malnutrition. Oh, that's a fair point. It doesn't have any food. Okay. I need to automate some of this stuff. We need to make sure we've got some things going on here, because this is a lot better of fun. If we had more power, this wouldn't be an issue at all. Because now we've got to go cut this tree down and then kill this ostrich to be able to cut a goddamn meal. Drinking water, fine. Then prioritize cooking. We've got ingredients for that. Do we really? Oh, it's just going to refuel it. So actually, when it said prioritize cooking, it was lying to us. Right. So prioritize hunting ostrich. Just get that done immediately. Nice. Excellent. Let's get that boy butchered. Let's eat him, preferably. Thank you. Now, we're going to have to get some more meals as well. Unfortunately, one ostrich is... No, stop that. One ostrich is not going to be enough because we've got a fellow friend here to come and visit for a while. Hey, there we go. Level 6 in cooking is quite nice. Okay, now you can't complain. Disease infection. That scared the life out of me when we had a 500 things kicking off there. Kayla's got 6 from an inspection. We can't do anything about that. I'm sorry, you're just going to have basic doctor care. I don't know what's he going to do, like cut the infection out? Burn it out? Okay, let's prioritize tending to him at next then. Get these meals done. And then, Jill, go and get yourself a meal as well. Nice, okay. How's he doing? Bad hygiene, moderate, so malnutrition is hopefully going to wear off in a second. We've got a trading caravan. Please, I pray to whatever gods you worship, my fellow traders. Please, for the love of God, have some seeds. So that we can maybe buy some, or plant some crops. Let's try and... It seems so odd not having seeds just immediately able to plant. Oh, okay, here we go. Are you joking? 10 psychoid seeds. Hilarious. We could sell them our acacia tree seeds. What is Drago seeds? What are Drago? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. I imagine that's some sort of wood. Genetically engineered, so Saguro cactus, that is a type of wood. This is hopeless. All is lost already. How am I supposed to grow crops, my friend, if... I mean, ducks are crops, as in they'll lay eggs, so that's something. Ducks aren't crops, don't believe my lies. Could just buy some rice off of them. We can't afford anything. We haven't got any money with them. Even that's not going to give us a single dollar-y-do. We can get 1. Oh, we can send them our bird skins. We don't need any more. Okay, cool. I need to immediately buy some food, if that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and buy just whatever. Just seriously give me your... We can't even buy a duck. I was going to say we'll keep a duck for the eggs, but, you know, we're going to have to buy the rice. How much can we afford? Well, that's enough for 2 meals. It's not going to be great, but I feel like... Oh, hang on. Wait, whoa. Think about this. Can we maybe process this rice back into seeds? That's not how that works, because rice is a grass, but we can always give it a goddamn go, huh? Maybe that will work. Oh, hang on. Let's get this plant processing bench, whatever the hell it's called. 60 wood, of course. Story of my life, not enough wood. Okay, so let's go ahead and chop everything. Just chop it all. Jilp, chop everything. Let's get rid of these. Then let's start working on this plant processing bench as soon as possible, because this is nuts. This is absolutely insane. Now, hopefully we can, like I said, make some rice seeds. Again, that's not how it works. I'm a little skeptical, but we'll see how it goes. We need a lot of wood. There's a little bit more there. Okay, sure. See what else we can designate in the sort of immediate area then. Can't believe this. Just not being able to farm immediately. How much that's changing the gameplay here. We've gone from never been hunting at all, because obviously the Fog of War mod, to essentially... Oh, Jilp has collapsed you to extreme exhaustion. Just go rest. Just go rest. You know what? You can survive a couple more days. We don't need this done immediately. Just go rest. Seriously. Honestly, just do whatever you feel like you need to do right now. Like I said, the thing that's going to kill this campaign, if anything, is going to be poor colonist management. Would you get your muffalo out of my house? I think they just ate our food. Did they just eat some rice? I hope not. I'm going to be very annoyed if they did. Jesus. Okay. Let's have a nice sleep, and then let's get this plant sorted and see if we can't work out whether or not there is a way to extract seeds from raw crops. Kale is no longer incapable of walking. Did we actually heal him in the end? We did. It's not looking good for him, though, is it? 47% infection, 37% immunity. I can't do anything about that until we get a plant processing table. We may, if we get this done quick enough, be able to build some herbal medicine. But even then, I mean, you are sleeping on the floor inside a dirty, dark room in a mountain. So it's not exactly quality 0. I mean, he's going to die. He's also got alcohol addiction, which doesn't help out at all. Food poisoning chance plus 5.5%. What? Oh, no, bad hygiene. What does alcohol addiction do? It just gets withdrawal, right, if we don't give him enough. Well, obviously, we can't help out with that, my friend. We don't even have seeds for plants. I don't know, hops. Good God. All right, Jilp, my friend, go and wash, as per usual. We need to move this goddamn base over. This is unbelievable. The amount of wasted time running back and forth between this goddamn river. Okay, so we're cutting an acacia tree. We're going to bring some seeds over. Fantastic, just rewind. I'm going to cancel that, in fact, until we've built this plant cutting table, because I feel like, or plant, whatever it is, processing table. I feel like it's a lot more important. Queue up some more of these as well. Okay. Good luck. I think that should be enough, right? 31? Why are these so low wood bearing? Honestly. Okay. Just chop down a whole bunch. Just chop down a whole bunch. Just chop down. Okay, that's way too many. Let's chop down any that are in a decent immediate vicinity. That'll do. Okay. Right, so cooking simple meal, that's fine. I'll let you do that for a while. I'm going to manually sort of micro him quite heavily for a while. I'm going to set him to anything so that we can be more careful of not pushing him too far. But then I'm going to micro the rest. So we're going to push him to do quite far on very specific jobs and just basically ignore the work list for a while until we've got this sorted. Kale has died, caused infection. Great, now we need to deal with his goddamn body. On the plus side, we've got some beer. Hey, that's a bonus. We tried. We should have stripped him. That's a mistake. Oh well. Let's just make a grave. Because that way it will also give him meditative joy. Okay, sure. Poor Kale. Never to be forgotten or remembered in the first place. Was his name Kale? It was. Thanks, Kale. Right, let's work on this grave. Let's get that dug immediately and get him buried. Goodbye. Thank you for visiting. My first and only friend. He doesn't get a statue because he was garbage. Watch out for the lightning. Apparently we've angered someone. It's Krupbush stood up in the heavens firing lightning bolts down to test him. Okay. You can. Extract rice seeds requires 9 rice. Okay, we're in the end game now. By which I mean we're able to start, just do forever. Just extract all the rice. Need material. He cooked it all into plants. He cooked it into meals. Jilp. I mean, I can't complain too much because he's only got 3 meals left. So honestly, in terms of survival, I think it would have been worse to have turned all of our rice into seeds. Or turned all of our seeds into. Yeah, no, I did say what I meant to say, rather than food. So, in hindsight, not too much of a bad thing. Thank you for watching. This is going to be tricky with food management. We're going to have to, maybe we could harvest a bunch of agave, maybe cook some meals out of that. Maybe even specifically say, hey, don't use crops in meals unless we've got a certain amount. I don't know if we could do that, but that would be fairly interesting to do. Or maybe, what we could do is have a stockpile where we say, in this stockpile, you can have 40 rice. And then in a stockpile over by this one, we say you have a stockpile where you've got 50 rice. That one would be the highest priority one, critical. The one next to the campfire would be the lowest priority. Then you say that this only gets ingredients from a radius of 1, so immediately next to it. That way you're not accidentally using your rice for processing. That way you've always guaranteed that you've got a backup of rice. Anyway, that's some factorial level shit that we'll worry about in the future. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the adventures of Jilp number 8. Back again from the grave. Kind of. I mean, a whole new series, but, you know, it's the same continuity and all that. Big shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sudini, Conspire T, Crazy Pack, Crosis, Eric B, Escape, Fukuda Vasquez, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Serthal the Swede, Tom Terror 18, Bacchus Bacchus, and Zazzy 7011. For their support, the Insane Tier Loves on Patreon. Thank you very much for keeping the channel alive and uncensored and monetized, and so that I don't have to eat rats, which I think I said in the Discord the other day, and someone thought it was very funny, even though I thought it was pretty dumb. So, shout out to that guy in Discord. Thanks for laughing at my shit jokes. Thank you as well to Asaro, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Betimus Max, Sudini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don 22 and 7, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jordan DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plott, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan Samu, Panther Pearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico. Thank you all for your support over at Patreon. Let me keep the channel going. I'm gonna do some more Twitch streams soon. Anybody up for some Twitch streams? I'm getting back on track with the videos. The After the End series has taken a lot of extra time, obviously adding the extra features to that. Same with the Storm King stuff, and obviously getting this set up is swallowed up my life. But we should be able to go back a little bit to Twitch streaming soon, which I'm looking forward to. So stay tuned for that.